Welcome back to Mbappe's You Baba Make Level. I'm Dear Darling and Gamers Play. Fun is have you and me, where we are, I'm not alt-tabbed into the game. We are on a level train, where we are trying to figure out exactly how to get an is across to that Flaggers win over there. And after struggling on it for about 2 episodes before, I've taken a completely different approach, and now we've made some belt has wall and belt, which seems like I think there's potential for something, because the problem I was having before, if you don't know, is I was taking the rocks over here, but the problem is the rocks can't go on here and also be over here at the same time because of a shift. So that basically suggests a solution where we have to. Actually, does that suggest that sort of solution? Oh, wait a minute! I just had a brainwave. Okay, I was going to say it suggests a solution where we don't actually need to get rid of those, where we either don't need to get, we either need to get rid of those belts, or it's not the solution of turning off the belt, stopping the belt being shift, which is what my previous idea was, but I just couldn't figure out how to do it. I just had a thought. If we have belt has wall and belt, and we have belt shift, and we can somehow make the belts continuously make walls, these belts over here could continuously fill up this entire area, right? And then eventually at some point we're going to be able to walk across. This seems a little bit dangerous. It's not going to be quite as simple as continuously making like walls. Because obviously if it continuously made walls, then we wouldn't be able to move across them in the first place. We had to continuously make walls, and then we had to stop them making walls. Or we had to trigger the top 2 conveyor belts to only make walls. Okay, we need to get to that when we think about it. Oh, sorry, my mouse on the screen. I didn't realise how long that has been there. It's just, I feel like there's potential in this. I just don't know where. There's something here. There's something here that wasn't there before. I'm not really sure what this stuff is sort of here for. I suppose we can make rock is push, rock is something. No, we can't, because we can't get out if we do that. Yeah, we can't get out if we do that. I just can't figure out the significance of having belt is wall and something. Have I tried belt is shut and open? That annihilates everything, which is a problem. Yeah, okay. That's why I didn't do that. I'm just trying to think. What if we made belt has wall and belt? Belt is shut, belt is open. It will self-annihilate itself. Okay, hold on. I think I might be onto something here. Belt is shut, belt is open. And then... okay, wall is not shut, so let's put that open here. We'll put shut on the other side. This will destroy all belts, but replace it with an equivalent wall and belt. And then if we can make belt shift... still not... I don't know, we're going to have to figure out where the rocks come into this. We're going to have to figure out if there's even a solution, I'll be honest, but... yeah, let's put it here, because this is the... but this will self-annihilate everything. Continuously, until we stop that. But the belts are technically still there. So, if we had belt is shift now... you see? You see? We made up like a little opening there. And now... how does that work? Hold on. Yeah, move it too long way and the water stopped. Okay. Okay. That's potential. That's good potential, because now we can get across into the is. We just need to... so this is probably where the rocks come in. The rocks somehow stop the belts from like annihilating each other. Like this or something. Now we make rock... oh, hold on. Now we need this belt shift, so we don't need belt anymore. Now we make wall is open and rock is shut. Oh my god, I understand why it's called train now. And you're about to figure out why it's also called train. What a clever level. If this is hopefully how it works. Are you starting to believe? Oh, why did I put belt there? Am I an idiot? If you can't see your problem, this belt is currently in the way. I meant to put it here, but I didn't. Okay, so we need to take one of these ises. And one of these ises needs to be... Wall is open. So, if you can't see, oh, I'm so excited. We do this, wall is open. We can now put this is down here, make belt is shift, and... we have a train! I see why it's called train now. This is actually a really clever level. Now we can ride on the train with it, which is probably what this little nook is here for, so we can actually get the is across. This is such a clever level. This has got to be one of my favorite levels now. What a clever idea. If I remember, the sign was just like something about overlapping, which, oh yeah, I forgot that was actually a big hint we had last time, is we needed things to overlap. Yeah, I see why they didn't put it in the level, is because it's really hard to see the wall and the belt overlapping like that. That is such a clever, that is so clever. Train 2, okay, so we have, we cannot make belt has wall and belt. And we have 3 belts now. Okay, so belt has wall. Right, okay, so obviously our previous solution's not going to work because we can't make belt has wall and belt anymore. And wall. So, we also probably, the solution is nothing to do with putting the rocks on those 3 blocking conveyor belts because we only have 2 rocks. So, belt has wall. I wonder, if belt has wall, we self-annihilate belt. That doesn't really do much. Is there something different? Wall and belt is not push. Wall. Hold on. Wall is wall and not shot. This is where you. Oh, I didn't mean to go that far backwards. This is where you go back and look at previous levels and check the rules and see if something important was taken out. No, it seems like literally that this is the only difference. The only difference is this pillar is moved upwards, so we can no longer make belt has wall and something. Oh my word. Okay. So this space is now actually quite useless. Yeah, it's quite useless. But we can make wall as something, we can make belt as something. Belt having wall must be significant, because that's the only way we can block off that sort of gap at the end over there, is by making something. Belt has. We can make one shut. We can make one open. Actually, isn't this shorter now? Now look at this. Yeah, this looks a bit shorter. I suppose we can make something else. Shift. Oh no, we can't because we can't get anything out. We can make belt is like open and shift. No, shut and shift will probably be better. Then if we make rock is open. I don't really know what that's going to do, so let's try it. I'm not sure of the significance of that being... Oh, we should probably push a rock onto it, huh? It will stop dead in its tracks like that. So theoretically, if we push the rock across, no, it's not going to work because it'll just push the rock off of it. It's probably something like this. Hold on, I need to. Yeah, it's more covered up here, so we can't interact with the previous things. So that must be significant. That's actually quite a big difference, but I don't know why it's a big difference yet. Something. Belt is shift. Belt probably has to be shift at some point, but it probably has to be something and shift. It probably has to be, because remember we're always going to need an and at the an is at the end to get the flag as win across. It probably has to be shut actually, because wall can't be shut. I don't really know the significance of not being able to make wall shut instead of like. Isn't it a bit arbitrary if it's shut or open? Maybe not. I don't know. But we can do belt is shut and shift. Belt as wall. What happens if we make belt is open? Obviously we're kind of ignoring rock here, but oh, wall has to not be one of them, because then you can't make wall is both shut and open. I see, that's why. Probably. We need to use rock somehow. We could. Rock is something. Belt is something and something. I'm not sure what properties we need to give to belt. It'd be nice if we could make like wall is shift or something. Actually, I'm not sure if that would even be nice. It would just be weird, a bit quirky, I might say. So wall probably has to be open at some point. Does it? What else are we going to use and on is a problem. We can put belt is shift down here, and we can make belt is shut and open, but really that doesn't seem very useful. Actually, we can't even do that because then we wouldn't have any is's. So that's a very important point. One is probably has to be down here with shift, otherwise we're not going to be using the shift at all, which seems strange to me. That'd be quite a red herring. We can make rock one thing and one thing only, so that means the and has to be up here somewhere. Belt and belt. Doesn't make any sense. We don't have enough nouns. We can make rock and belt is something. What have we made? Yeah, we can do belt and rock is like open. Belt is shut. What's going on? Okay, belt and rock is either open or shut. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Belt and rock is shut. Belt is open. The belt self-annihilates itself and replaces it with walls, which is not useful. But we can make wall is open, and when we have rock is, if we made them shut at the beginning, we can make two holes in the wall. Why is that useful? That's an interesting point. We can actually make two holes in the wall using these rocks. Is there a useful place we can make them? Oh, I see why they had to be pillets now, because we got wall. We can, if we made like wall is open, rock is shut. Can we? We can't recreate the same solution as we had last time because we're going to annihilate the rocks. Can we put these rocks somewhere useful? Maybe we could do like, put them here. No, that's not useful. What if we put them here? We push both of them into here, into this wall, annihilating this wall, giving us access to the treadmill from this side, which means we have access to a is. Okay, so then we could use the is on this side for something. No, that's particularly useful, but and it's certainly a thing. Is that a message I just got? There's a Google survey is about to expire. I thought you'd just like to know that in case you were wondering. Oh gosh, it's quite hard. We have an and for a reason, but we don't have many nouns to use it with as a thing. We can only make both belt and rock something, or we can make wall hand. Actually, we can't even make wall and something, so it has to be belt is belt and belt, which is not useful. Belt has... Okay, so the and must be used down here with shift. It must be to give belt two properties. So we can even make belt shut and open. Belt is shut and shift, or belt. I think belt and shut and shift makes the most sense to me, but I don't know how to use this. Like, why? And then if we make belt open and then we make wall open? Problem is, if we make belt open, it's going to get rid of all the belts. We don't want it to get rid of all the belts. If we have belt is shut and shift, we push the rocks across. But we made rock is open. Wait, if we made rock is open, it would annihilate. Just like that. And then it would replace it with a wall. Can we put two walls on the treadmill at useful places? Not really sure if there are any useful places on the entire treadmill. In fact, any place kind of seems like a hindrance, if anything. But we can get them over to those. To there, but we had to make shift. Okay, it seems like to me we had to have a similar sort of idea where we make belt has wall and something and it shifts. But how do we do that? Because belt has to be belt, wall has to be wall. Rock could be... Oh, rock could be... We could turn rock into belt. Oh, that's not useful. Wait, is that useful? That's the only thing we could turn rock into, because rock is not forced to be rock. So we have two belts at our disposal. I'm not sure why that's useful yet. Okay, hold on. I'm actually completely stuck on that. So let's go back to Endless Corridor, because we haven't had a look at Endless Corridor for quite a while now. So maybe we actually can make some progress on this. Oh, this is one where rock is shift. If you make rock you can't go downwards all too much. What does it say? Yuck, general concept of several can be seen even in initial versions, but this implementation requires a lot of shuffling about. Not ideal, sorry. Rock is melt, tile is hot. So the idea is we can't put rocks on here. But we can make rocks baba. Oh yeah, isn't this the one where we want to make like rock is... You like this to push everything out of the way? But maybe we want to make rock a shift? And then make rock as you? I'm just ignoring the fact we're breaking flag as win for now. Okay, so that's what we want to do, but we need rock to be in position first. Okay. I don't know how I couldn't solve this earlier. This actually seems quite easy now look at it. This is what a good break will do to you, I think. So get this stuff out of the way. Get rock into position. And get this stuff out of the way. And then we just make rock as you. And rock is shift. Oh. Okay, that's good. That's a good confidence boost. So, we completed this area, finally. Our first completed area. And I just opened up Endless Corridor again, which I didn't mean to. Which was nice. Get a nice little flower dancing around there. Area of unused level. We have one more level to do. And it's really quite a doozy. So whatever solution we come up with here, actually no, that's not true. I was gonna say whatever solution we come up with has to work on train 1, which is not true because we have increased space down here, which I don't know why that's useful. That seems so not useful. Oh, I don't know what two properties to give. I don't know what properties to give anything. Okay, general idea. How else are we going to get across those 3 treadmills at the end without making Belt annihilate itself? Or without putting walls on it? If we can spawn a wall on all Belt simultaneously, that's what we want to do. But we can't. What if we put the 2 rocks on top of each other somehow, and then, well, we can't even make them shift, so it doesn't matter. If we put them on top of each other, turn them into a belt. Oh, but the thing is, if we turn rock into belt, we can't give belt any more properties, because belt is now stuck up there. No, that's not true. We could give it other properties, we just can't make it shift. Which is definitely the most useful property at the moment, because that's the only way we can really get Is across. So we can use rock to annihilate 2 walls. What 2 walls would be most useful to get rid of? If we could only annihilate 3 walls, that would be best. Because then we can get rid of these 2, and then just like get rid of another one over there. Actually, that's still not even any good because we can't get Is across. But still, the concept of that is there. That's probably why all these walls are double thick, so you can't mess around with any of the other things. Okay. Gosh, I don't even know where to start with this. That's the problem. Finding out where to start is often very difficult. We certainly, I think, need to set up something over here of openness and shutness. So what could be open? Belt is shut. Violets are red. Something is blue. What do we need a rock for? Yeah, it's a careful. We can't make rock and belt both have the same property unless we can somehow get rock that text out of there. Is that possible? It doesn't seem particularly possible to me. Like, even if we had this, there's no way we get rock out. And I think it's in, well, not, I think it always set is intentionally designed that way. We can only give rock a property once. So whatever we do, we set up does not, whatever setup we have does not include rock yet. That's the general idea. So it can only involve shut and open and belt. Belt has a wall belt. You never heard of wall belt before? Belt has... There's no way we can interact with pillar. Belt has wall, and belt has wall is shut. Wall is... We can make belt is open, wall is open. Okay, wait, hold on. We can make both belt and wall be open, which I'm not really sure if that's useful. And then belt, or if we make it and shut, it just annihilates everything, and now it doesn't matter because there's no more belts in existence, which is a great going. So it's probably not to do with self-annihilation of belt. It probably is to do with something else. If we made wall is shut, belt is open, Rock is push and open. But belt is shift. No. Rock is push and open. Belt is shut. We can get rid of 2 belts. But why? Okay, if we have belt is shift down here, get the rocks across. Belt is shift down here, hold on. Belt is shift down here, what else do we have? We have an is and an and. Get the 2 rocks across. Rock is... We can temporarily put belt is open, and then we can make rock is push and shut. We push the rocks onto the open belts. They turn into walls. we come back, make wall is open. We push it onto that. We successfully got rid of 1 belt. Oh, that's so useless. How we just taken a really long way to get rid of 1 belt. Oh, that could be an interesting puzzle of itself, like an easier version of Train and Train 2. What else can we possibly do at this situation? Maybe it is along those sort of lines though. Maybe it is rock that needs a double property. So if we get the 2 rocks over there. Oh. Interesting, we've only got 2 spots here, compared to usual. Then... Well, we could have done belt is shift and open then. We want belt to be open, and we want rock to be shut. It's kind of no, because we want it this way around because we want the and to be with a rock, right? But why? So the key question I have in all of this is I don't understand why I'm doing this, but experimentation is very much, it can lead to interesting results. Not necessarily correct results, but it can at least be a bit eye-opening for you. So we can do this. Boom, we made a wall. We come back. We make wall is open. Boom. Now if we had 6 rocks, this would be really good. Unfortunately we only have 2 rocks. So that seems very useless. But it's not quite useless, not yet. Maybe. Okay, maybe it is useless. What if we, okay, belt is shift and, no, belt is shift and shut. Rock is open. No, but as soon as we make rock open, we can't make wall open anymore. But does that matter? Okay, so rock is open, belt is shift and shut. We put a rock on here. And then what? We put a rock on there. A rock, poof, makes this a wall. And it's just kind of stuck there because there's nothing pushing it. But then we make wall is shut. We can't because shut is stuck down there. So we make belt is shut up here. No, belt is shut down. What am I doing? I'm so confused. Can I really not think of any other conceivable way we could solve this? If we can't have belt as wall. What else could we do? What else could we do? Is there a way we can duplicate rocks somehow? I don't think there's a way we can even create rocks. So that certainly does not seem like a believable avenue. Man, Bad is a hard game, isn't it? I know it doesn't really bear repeating, but still. We just have such limited properties, and I can't see how these properties would be useful together. Like what does belt... Belt is open, belt is shut, and shift. And rock just exists, I suppose. Rock is belt and push. Belt is push. No, belt is not push. Rock, rock is... We turn rock into belt, but that's so... Why? Because then we can't make belt anything anymore. Okay, so it's probably not about turning rock into belt. Or if it is, I can't see how that's useful. Okay, so why wouldn't it be... Okay, if we turn rock into belt, that means we'd force belt to be in the top right, but the only properties we could get about any from then on would be push, and any other property we push into there, which is pointless because we can just give a belt for property out here. So the only reason that'd be useful is if we had to do it after a certain thing, after like a certain order of turning rock into something. But even if we turned rock into something, what if we turned rock into belt, but we can't... Okay, that's the important part, but we can't make belt shift anymore, which is a really, really useful ability. And belt is the only thing we can make shift because it's the only noun we have access to. So belt has wall as the most significant part of this, but I can't see how to utilise it particularly well. Belt has wall. Belt and belts. I'm just saying the same things over and over again, hoping something's going to be different, but it's not. It must be something to do with belt is open. Belt is shut. Belt is open. Okay, now we don't need belts anymore. Can we do anything about this? Is this useful? They're probably more useful as belts, I'll be honest. It's just basically a long-winded way of making belt into wall. Sorry. I'm just slowly losing my mind. Belt is... Belt was shut and open. Rock is push. So I suppose now we could annihilate two walls. What if we annihilated these two walls? It's not useful. We can make something else, but the only noun we've got is belt, and belt doesn't even exist anymore. Okay. You might as well try it, just to see if maybe it sort of like opens up any eyes for you. Is you make rock shut, and then you make wall is open. Or cannot be belt. Can you go... Oh, rock is not push. If we had and, we can make rock is push and shut. And then we can get rid of, I don't know, these two blocks. No, it feels like we still need belt. I think it is about using a rock. It must be about using the rocks to annihilate two walls, but I don't know which two walls would be most useful. I can't see another use for them. What if we get the rocks trapped up in that upper space? Can we use the rocks to get out? We could annihilate those two walls to the right. And then what? We need to bring Iz along as well, that's a good point. Yeah, if we get trapped in that space, maybe that's why that space is free wide, is so we can get us and two rocks across. Then we push the rocks into the walls to the left of flag, and then we have a gap into flag, but we can't make flag as win anymore because as soon as we walk in, it'll push flag next to win. But we could annihilate the two blocks to the left, and then we have a way to get back out, I guess. Oh, Yeah, I didn't consider this of making Belter shift and then getting the rocks in there. Like, just to illustrate what I'm talking about before we round off this episode. Hold on, we need both rocks in here. We get both rocks in here. We make wall is open. Maybe this is an interesting venture which we can explore in next episode. I don't think we'll be able to solve this one in time, unless this is actually legitimate and I can somehow pull an answer out from this. And then we make rock is push and shut. Oh, we don't know if it is anymore. No, but we need to open stuff up and then come back to what it is. Okay. So if this was an answer, we now have two rocks over there, and if we push them into that actual space up there, perhaps we can do something interesting. Because these belts are shift, there's nothing else we can do about that. But if we push them both into here, we can now open a way backwards. Which seems wholly unhelpful. It's just ridiculously unhelpful. But there's potential here for something, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, it feels like to me that there's something which can happen because of this sort of result. I mean, that is literally the only thing we can do with this. Of any sort of like note, is we can open this up for us. But I don't know what this does. We've got is open still. These are the only two things which are still accessible to us. So we can make belt open. We can't push anything back out again from here. Everything is sort of trapped in here. About still shift. Okay, I don't know. We're gonna have to round off this episode. This episode's gone on too long. I'm not sure what to think about this one. Now I've got another episode to think, another level to think about. I honestly have no idea. But this seems very puzzling, to be perfectly honest. But for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Baba is you, Baba Make Level, and I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me, Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, we may progress. Bye bye for now.